Okay, so you can join these. So yes, within 1 year, you've taken a massive, what you call slow, but I've certainly noticed actually it's quite hard to go up in rank. Because I don't know about you, Laurie, but I found that for whatever reason, I already know, we already know the power of this. But I found since I started it that a lot of people try it, and for whatever reason, I don't know the percentages, but quite a few people try it once and they give up. And it doesn't.
Yeah.
You get Uber fans that recognize, like we do, the power of it and just so
Yeah.
invested in health that they use it as a background program. Now, maybe one of the reasons is, I'm just thinking out loud, you get used to a certain vibration and then you just take it for granted. And then, yeah, you forget about it. Maybe people aren't talking about it. They don't understand. So no, it's interesting. What are your thoughts on that? Why people drop out of something so powerful? In quite a few things, I've seen this.
I think there's a lot of different reasons. We live in an instant gratification society where if we take something for a week and it doesn't work, we have extremely short attention spans and we pitch it. When we take a medication, it is designed to work in 20 minutes or so. So again, it goes back to that instant gratification. And people are so used to taking medications and getting rid of a headache in 20 minutes when they take clean slate for a month and 50 years worth of health issues don't disappear immediately.
Right.
They lose their attention.
Yeah.
I don't think people truly understand
Hmm.
how to bring a body back into wellness,
Hmm.
that it does not happen overnight,
Yeah.
that it takes a dedication. And because clean slate is so beautifully gentle, I don't know if I know you've done cleanses actually, because you do another cleanse. Cleansing can actually be extremely intense, extremely volatile. It can halt your life for the entire duration of the cleanse. And because clean slate is so passive and gentle, it's like a whisper.
Hmm.
People who are not finely attuned to their bodies
Yeah.
and don't even know how to pay attention to the subtle cues that our body gives us every day, all day long,
Yeah.
completely overlook
Yeah.
what our body is telling us.
Hmm.
So, I, if there is a message that I could give to people, it would be that. It would be, it is working. Even if you don't feel that it's working, it is working.
Yeah.
It is going to take some time to get 40 years worth of diagnoses off the calendar and off of the plate and out of your body. But the longer that you stick with it,
The
the
better.
more you will see in hindsight the amazing ability our bodies have to heal.
Hmm.
And I'm one of those people. I did see changes within the first few days of taking clean slate,
Same.
but
Yeah.
it wasn't until right around that 5th month mark, that 6 month mark,
Hmm.
when I had really started looking back and going, oh my gosh, food doesn't hate me anymore.
Hmm.
How long has that been?
Hmm.
How long, it was like, even me, who is extremely in tune with my body, I do listen to the subtle cues. I even had some symptoms written down and hadn't looked at that list in 5 months. And I looked back at that list and my mind was blown. I was like, half this list is gone. How did I not notice that?
Yeah.
I didn't notice because we don't get warnings when we heal.
Yeah. Yeah.
When something goes wrong, we sure know it, right?
Hmm.
But when something heals, it's just gone. It's just this little whisper that just leaves the
It's the normal
building.
way to be that you've forgotten, but when you're perfect, you just don't think I'm perfect. You think that's just what it feels like. It's supposed to always be like that, sort of. Like,
And I think a lot of us who don't feel well, we're so used to living with those symptoms. We're so used to ignoring
hmm.
those symptoms just to get through our day. When they're gone, it
Yeah.
takes us a minute to catch up with, oh my gosh, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. How long has that been gone?
Yeah.
And then you get excited and then you get motivated again to wait for the next symptom to fall off the list and the next one and the next one. And I want to add this one too, real quick. Yesterday, I was cooking a big old lunch for us. And I finally get done cooking and all of the aromas and the smells, and I make myself a plate. And the flavor was so intense for the first time in so many years, I almost started crying. Something shifted within the last few days
Hmm.
that I flavor is too much.
Hmm.
And again, I know that goes back to my illnesses and my injuries from so many years. In 2012, I had a big health event, and that chain, I actually lost the hearing in my ear.
Hmm. Well,
I did lose my sense of smell for a while, but it came back. But I had also subtly lost my sense of taste for a while, and it did come back. But it was always like this, yeah, I can smell, but not like I used to. Yeah,
yeah.
I can taste, but not like I used to. And again, I lost my hearing. So I mean, it was I don't remember what the flu was at that time, but it was a nasty flu. And again, I would get sick and I wouldn't really get better, and I'd get sick and I wouldn't really get better. Well, here we are 10 years later, and my smell and taste are right back to
Yeah.
uber sensitive.
Wow. Yeah.
And
Huh.
I can only blame Clean Slate for that.
I like it. Blame it. Yeah. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
It
Thanks for sharing
is.
that. Like, yeah, it awakens the senses. It does so many things. So, you know, when you said that we can prove it does all these things, one thing I look at, which they talk about in the rig community, it's been proven, is the urinalysis. So I do urine therapy, yes, but when you take the clean slate, it does pull out some of the things that tend to get dislodged the worst, which is the heavy metals, also the mold, and also the glyphosate. And heavy metals is not just mercury, now aluminium, there's loads of them. And it seems to quite easily, I say quite easily, but compared to almost anything I've seen, except for fasting, which is a different matter, that's hard. It seems
Yeah.
to remove them into the urine. So that's, and that they can prove that. Is that what you meant by proving it? Like you can prove that there's stuff going out, coming out the body.
Um, I no, I actually meant more, but yes, absolutely. We can prove it in testing. We can prove it under live blood analysis. We can prove it under dark field microscopy.
Mm.
I meant more um just watching your body and
Mm.
watching your body heal. It's more experiential proof. You know, when I was at my worst, I wrote down all of the symptoms that I wanted to heal. And I mean, it was when you see that those symptoms no longer exist, that's all the proof I need. I
Right.
don't need a
Yeah.
lab test to tell me that. I don't need some doctor to tell me that. My body tells me everything that I need to know.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
I like that. I
But
was even
yes.
talking to someone today about experiential wisdom. I can't remember who it was. I
Mhm.
think it was my dad. Oh yeah. And he was saying that because I'm all for science, but I mean really, I'm like yourself. What do I experience? And because my
Mhm.
body's like your body in a way, they're different, but if my body is now feeling more limber, loose, if I have more energy, then obviously that's really powerful and something good's going on. If I have less energy, then I'm doing something wrong. And in that way, that's my mastery, just body awareness.
Mhm.
And I'm sensitive like you, so I felt it from dot one with the root clean slate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
try the root zero in than the other ones?
Yeah, I originally ordered the Trinity.
Mhm.
So I took Clean Slate for about 10 days before I did anything else. I then started the Restore. I absolutely love Restore. I could drink it by the gallon if my body could
Yeah.
handle it, which it probably never could, but I love Restore. My GI system loves Restore. I don't really feel like I notice a whole lot with the zero in, and I do forget to take it.
Interesting.
So I just listen to my body.
Yeah.
If I gravitate toward it, I take it. If I forget about it, I don't. It's really
Interesting.
that simple.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love the mitochondria defense shield.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
Love it, love it, love it.
yeah. I noticed a difference when I took that. I've only taken it once. One, I think 6 counts. Yes, I noticed a difference energy wise. Mitochondria, isn't it? Like,
And brain fog and
oh,
concentration. That's my zero in.
right.
The concentration, the memory, the focus, the brain fog,
Right.
performance. That's my zero in.
Gotcha.
I
Yeah.
know that's what zero in is supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's what I get out of the mitochondria defense shield.
Wow. I never heard anyone say
Yeah.
that. That's cool. I've heard many good testimonies from mitochondrial defense field, but never
Yep.
that
I
particular
take it
route.
at night.
All
Yep.
right.
I take it at night, and there's only a tiny bit of magnesium in there, but it's just enough to really give me a solid night's sleep.
Hmm.
Restful, hardcore, regenerative sleep.
Hmm.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
That's
So that's
awesome.
my Trinity.
Yeah.
Clean slate, restore, and mitochondria defense shield.
I love it. So
Yeah.
you're now gold, and it's up to you. You don't have to, but if you want to go run through, I mean, what does that mean? And does that mean that you now have quite a lot of people under you? You've been sharing, you have a lot of customers. Are they your customers? Are they other people's customers? How busy are you on the business? Is it you? Are there other people doing the work for you somewhat and you're doing some work?
Well, see, that's where the last year has been a little rough. I've had probably 30 people say that they want to share and they can't wait to share and they're going to tell everybody they know. And they've all essentially disappeared.
Hmm.
It's, it's social sharing like we do is a different world. It's if you don't really know the fine art of how to do it smarter, not harder, it can feel like a lot of work and it can feel time consuming
Hmm.
because I did it all wrong and I worked harder, not smarter.
Hmm.
And it was very time consuming for me. And it was all consuming
Hmm.
because I really threw myself into it. I was working from the time that I got up to the time that I went to bed because I loved it, because I was doing it all wrong,
Yeah.
and because I loved it.
Hmm.
And I had some great communications. I made some beautiful connections with a lot of people all over the world,
Hmm.
but I was working harder, not smarter. And I think that's what a lot of the people that have said that they want to share and just really haven't yet
Yeah.
is they don't realize that if you just set aside just 1 hour,
Mhm.
just 1 hour, set
Yeah.
aside 1 hour, use it really wisely, and move on with the rest of your day.
Hmm.
Sometimes that can be all that it is. If you're connecting with the right people, it doesn't have to be 16 hours a day.
Right. Yes.
It really doesn't have to be hard.
No.
So, to answer your question about my organization, that's where I got those numbers from, because when I finally hit gold, I was like, so where am I at? I don't really pay attention to my back office. I don't really, I mean, I go in there like once or twice a month.
Really? Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I care,
Yeah.
but I don't care.
Yeah.
My focus is always on really trying to keep finding those connections, finding the people
New
who don't
people.
feel well and want to heal.
Yes.
That's
New
really
sick
where
people. And there's loads of sick people in the world. And even social media. Yeah.
well, yeah, exactly. Especially social media sometimes.
Hmm.
So that's really, I don't spend a lot of time in the back office, but I am 170 direct and
1,000.
1,000 and
Wow.
I'm sorry,
You said 1,000 earlier. Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah.
1,012 total, I think, or
Wow.
1,015 total. So that means within my 170, other people are sharing, which is fantastic.
Yes.
That's the whole point is I create an account so I can share it and share it with them. And then they share it and then they share it and then they share it. That's the whole point
Isn't it funny,
of
Laurie? Because
helping
people
people heal.
criticize, it's not a pyramid scheme, but they criticize network marketing. But actually,
Yeah,
through the network marketing system, at least how the route's set up, you are helping people that you will never know.
I will
And
never
many
know.
lines down of people of lives have changed because of you, but you've never contacted them. Not,
Right.
but because of you, you'll help them. I love it.
Yeah.
That's
That's what I love too. And so many people despise that. And that's okay. They don't understand. They don't understand that because I had the faith and the hope. No, not really hope. It's not really hope. I had the faith in Dr. Christina and what she was doing. And I took a chance that she was right. And I started sharing because I had that faith. I will never know how many people might have transformed their lives. And I think that's the profundity that people overlook when they hear MLM and network marketing and you're just trying to make a buck. You wouldn't believe the names that I've been called. I don't know about you,
yeah, same.
but the accusations that
Selling
people
out my
can
soul.
sling,
Yeah.
people can be so disgusting.
Hmm.
And all I see is toxicity. They're toxic. They don't get it. That's fine. You're
Yeah.
not my people. That's fine.
No.
But it takes a healed heart to handle that kind of toxicity because people can be absolutely cruel.
Yeah.
And I just 2 days ago, I had a woman that used some language that we don't need to use and had no reserves to unleash a holy fury on me.
Well, yeah.
It's fine.
Mm.
It's totally fine. She's completely toxic. I tried to help her. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know me. She doesn't know my heart. She doesn't know what I've gone through. And she doesn't know my passion and dedication and commitment to sincerely try to heal people.
Yeah.
I don't, I'm not going to say I don't care about the dollars, because we all need dollars at this point. We
Yeah.
all need to buy groceries. We all need to buy gas. We all need to support our electric bills. So
Mm.
yes, I do care about money. And because of the economy, our family has had probably the worst 2 years we have ever had. My husband's business is in home inspection, and nobody's getting those right now.
Yeah.
So I need to support my family just like everybody else does. This is the work that I decide to do because it makes my heart sing.
Yeah.
So if you're upset about me making $1 because my heart sings,
Yeah.
we are not your people.
No, exactly. And also the rewards plan has been amazing. And Sandy told me about this way before I committed to it, and didn't really want to believe him until I found out for myself, from my experience, that I was, because the thing is, the company and the ethics of Dr. Christina that me and you are very well aware of both of them, is that they give back more than most companies in terms of the profits. Yes, they obviously need to make profits too.
Sure.
But they're not about that. They're generally from the heart. Christina invented them for herself. Clayton
Yeah.
was on a mission to sell quality, and like with the Eddie Stone, he wanted to do something, and they give back so much to the rewards
Mhm.
plan. And that means that me and you can survive and thrive helping people that we'll never know. And I'll always support them. And the company, lastly, is getting bigger and bigger because they haven't just stopped. At the beginning, if I'm being honest, Laurie, I was like, after the Trinity, I was like, okay, so now I'm worried. I guess I was in fear. I was like, oh, so now the product quality is going to be diluted. And now they're, because, they got the best one, the first one, I was thinking. And like, since then, when the Ram Roast coffee, the mitochondrial shield, the Gimme Back Youth, and the air tried purifiers, which everyone needs to get on and no one is, which I'm okay with, but they'll catch up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, I get it now. This company is
It's
only going to
just
grow.
getting started.
They're just getting started. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
literally.
Literally just getting started. And you know that she talks about all of these other formulas that she's been working on. I can only imagine what she's got tucked in her drawer that she's just waiting to perfect and release as the company can, launch these products. It's a lot to launch a product, right? But
Mhm.
can you imagine what she's got tucked away in a drawer? I'm
Yes.
thrilled. I'm absolutely thrilled to see what she comes up with every
Wait till
single
you try the
time.
Ram Roast coffee. I don't think you
I
have you?
can't wait.
It's
I
amazing.
can't
Got it in
wait.
Cyprus. First time I've ever had coffee in my life. It was amazing.
The first time you had coffee.
The first time I ever
Okay.
had coffee in my life. And
And then you had the absolute best.
I had the best.
So
I went back for a refill because it was for free. I had it 4 times. I had 4 cups of coffee. Of Ram Roast coffee.
and were you bouncing off the walls? Is that the day you went swimming?
I was like, my consciousness as Clayton was talking at the time was like buzzing. I was like, it was like, ooh,
I
it was
bet.
really, yeah, it was
I
really cool.
bet. I bet. Yeah. So I wish I had been able to go to Cyprus, but
Well, I
it's
know we're going to see you there, probably at Platinum or something very high up next year, next October.
yeah. I I have my eye on diamonds just because that means I've reached I've started reaching my goal. I have big goals. I have really big goals. When I said, when I heal this body, I'm going to move mountains, I wasn't kidding. I
Mm.
have all of the intent in the world to move mountains. And I'm not going to stop until I move at least a little hill.
I love it. I love it. And I want to thank you so much for doing this interview with me and being a part of the team because, we all help each other. And I
Absolutely.
really didn't know your story fully until this interview. So I appreciate it. And I know that people are going to relate so much to it. Lastly, before we
I hope
go,
so.
is there anything that I didn't ask you? And also, so anything you want to say that I didn't ask? But secondly, how can people find you on social media?
Yeah, so I do a lot of work on Facebook. I we can drop social links in when you post this, I'll add all my links.
Mhm.
But the only thing that I guess we maybe could touch on
Mhm.
is how people can join our community, because I
Sure.
think we should talk about that just a little, because this
Sure.
community is so amazing.
Absolutely. Yes.
Um,
So you have on your Facebook, you have a Facebook group, right? With the root, your own one.
I do have my own Facebook group. It's a little tiny group, hopefully growing more every day. But I'm always welcoming people into the root community, primarily because Dr. Christina and Clayton and the home office are so present and so giving of information on an MD, PhD level. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. The information that we are given for free is like earning an unofficial doctorate ourselves.
Hmm.
And if people are really into the nerdy science, if people are really into why does this work, how does this work, all of the information you could possibly want is available for free.
Yeah.
So if
to the Root Brands YouTube, for example.
yes.
Yeah.
So if people want to join your community, do that. If people want to join my community, do that. We're all a part of the same community, but whoever, whoever
Well,
they
your
resonate
community
with,
is my community in a way.
absolutely.
Like my community is
Absolutely.
different if it's just me, but if it's your community, we help each other. So
Right. And it's the first time I've been a part of a network marketing company where there isn't that funky competitive weirdness.
yes. Yeah.
It's all been genuinely supportive of people. And if somebody in that's not even in my line needs something, I'm there. And
Yeah.
I've had that in return. There've been people that I've reached out and they're there. They give me the information, they show me where to go. It's been really, really impressive, not just with Dr. Christina and not just with Clayton, but everybody in this community has been really pretty amazing.
Yeah, I love it how it's
So
set up. Everyone wants to help each other anyway, because that's how we roll. But
yeah,
because we're already in a community where no one believes us in the outside world. There's a community within a community where I'm financially rewarded, truthfully, confession, guys, if Laurie does well and her community does well. So we all can grow financially rich. And of course, it's not all about money. Like you said, it's
mhm,
about financially rich, of just rich of heart and actually caring
yeah,
and knowing when you're done
yeah,
here that, man, we supported something that's really powerful and helped a lot of people. And
yeah.
that's what it's really about.
It is, and it's like an honor to be a part of. I'm honored to say that I work with Dr. Christina. I work sharing her formulas.
Yeah.
I'm honored to be able to say that.
Yeah.
She's pretty remarkable. And I'm honored to meet anybody that's in this community that feels the same way, because it's like I've finally found my people.
Yeah. I know what you mean. When I was at Cyprus and when you've been at the events, you really feel a sense of community. It's like, oh, yes, we do the same thing and everyone like does the same thing and loves the products. It's amazing. It is a community very much.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
all want to feel better and we all want everybody else to feel better. It's
Yeah,
really that simple. And I love that. I love that about this community.
exactly. So you have your well, put the links to all of your stuff and your
Yeah.
Facebook group too. And you've got another thing with the roots, obviously, is that you can't just randomly buy it. You need a sponsor. Would that be me, Laurie?
Right.
And of course, guys, don't just randomly go on and give you a link. Choose someone random because you want to help us. We're the ones that
Right.
support you through it. And last, I'd say that you support your team, right? You give them once you get to know them through Facebook, I'm assuming on real life, you give them support and monitor their
Absolutely.
progress as they go along.
And that, to me, that's the importance of having that referral code, is because it's not just sending somebody to a website and never talking to them again. Because we're talking about bodies and healing, and bodies and healing can be very weird. It is important to have an ambassador somewhat guide you through that journey if you want that guidance.
Yeah.
Most people do. And, most people will reach out to me and say, hey, I feel this. Is this normal? There's no normal, by the way, but it is important to have that support and someone to reach out to and say, hey, I lost my referral code. What is this new product? How can I help my body do this? I have a headache. What can I do? Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
important to have that support. And to me, that's what this work is all about. And the messages that you get when people start healing are everything.
It's what we do it for. Yeah.
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 All right. Thank
Yeah.
you everyone for watching. Thank you, Laurie, so much for this interview. It's been amazing. It really
Thank you for
has. Thank you for
having
joining
me.
us. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to us growing. And I'll see you lastly. Let's see, October Cyprus. We have a date, a meeting,
Oh,
first meeting. And
all
you'll get
right.
it'll be amazing. You'll love it.
It was a pleasure, Harry. Thank
All right.
you.